Let me mute that. And we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to a very different live stream. It's been a while since I've gone live from my home on this channel. I usually do this most Sunday nights over on the Johnny Stumbles channel, but I thought let's be a little lazy tonight and go live from home on a Friday night instead of going oot and a boot, as I like to say. I see a lot of people in the chat already. Daniel's here, Jenny Fronda Douglas, Coco, Ryan, Madano 1973, Vivian Johnson, Jeanette Morales, Harjot, Martin Guy, Mr. Sunjib, Mary W, Kyle Walker, ICNYZ, Gertej is here, RMX of Nothing, and everyone else, Randy Ruck. I see a bunch of other names. I'm scrolling up, but I already forget which ones I read or not. So thank you for tuning in. We've got an action-packed show planned for you tonight. And by action-packed, I mean not action-packed. I thought let's just open up the floor to you guys chatting. Feel free to ask me anything and everything. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We're just going to hang out. I've got 4 or 5 videos already recorded, ready to upload. So I'm going to play some previews of those in the background while we hang out, just so you're not just staring at this wallpaper, which is incredibly outdated. I see Forever 21 still there on the northwest corner of Yonge and Dundas. And there's an old streetcar, and the Nordstrom facade is there. And I think the Samsung store didn't even move in yet. This is pre-Samsung store. So this is an ancient picture. Ready Eddie is here. Kurt Affair, Around Toronto, Box of Ninjas. BG just came back from Korea. Welcome back. I was just in Korea. So in a few minutes, I'll start playing that video so we can hang out and watch. If you want to join in on the chat, you do have to be subscribed to the channel. So be a darling and do that. That's not words I say. What am I doing? Let's let's have a drink. This is a side launch light lager brewing company from Collingwood. I've been working on a case of these. 4% beer seems about right. Lisa is here. I saw some interesting laneway art in my adventures today, Lisa. I also ran into another YouTuber, one who was coming from a court case with another YouTuber at the end of a video today. Aiden Thompson McGuire, member for 6 months. God tier member. That's the highest level of membership. You get your name in extra big highlighted credits at the end of my videos. Aiden Thompson McGuire, thank you so much for the 6 months of membership. Cheers to you. Man, that feels good. I didn't feel so great the past few days. I went out, I recorded a few videos today. Then I spent most of the day in bed just relaxing. By the way, I heard a rumor we might have a few special guest callers later tonight, so we might have to wait and see who those are. Although I already have an idea. Obviously, I was just messaging them. Also, maybe after the videos have played, which will take about 50 minutes or so, we might open up the floor to viewer call-ins. Eileen Dover, hey Johnny from freezing Florida, member of Gold Tier for 3 months. Thank you, Eileen Dover. Hey Google, what's the weather in Florida right now?
In Miami, Florida, United States, it's 13 and cloudy. Tonight, the forecast is around 11 degrees.
13? That's not freezing, but Eileen Dover, I guess for you it is. Thank you. And David Warren, $40. Holy shitballs. David Warren. Thank you so much, David Warren, for $40. Wow. Cheers to you. We can turn out the lights and pack this one up. It is a profitable stream, folks. Just kidding, but thank you, David Warren. Jenny says, what's for dinner? There we go. Kicking off the question and answer period. By the way, anything is fair game. I don't have to answer. I can just ignore it or give you a goofy answer. I had a smoothie for dinner. I went out, and on my way back, I picked up a Euros pita, a pork souvlaki pita from Jimmy the Greek at the food court at the Young Eglinton Center. So I've been stocking up on videos a little bit because I might be hopping on an airplane in the coming days. Don't bother asking me where I'm going. but I'm having a bit of a problem. My trusty laptop is failing to render videos. I might be pulling the trigger on a new laptop tonight. I think I have a few hours to order it while it will still ship. So I don't know. The VRAM is filling up and DaVinci Resolve is crashing right after I updated the NVIDIA Studio drivers and updated Resolve. I might try rolling back the software. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Lisa says, don't care. John McIsaac says, good evening from North Bay. So what I'll do is I'll start playing some previews of videos I've recorded that will be up and coming on the channel. Tomorrow's video, I think, will be a walk through St. Jamestown. There's a clip of that. Then I did a freezing cold North York walk after my live stream. Last night I went out and did part of all of King Street East downtown. I wanted to do some indoor walks, but it's cold outside. It makes sense to be outside in the elements. And then today I did Regent Park, something I've been meaning to recover or redo again. And then I just did a total random ass walk from Regent Park to Dundas Square, and I ran into a few interesting people on the way who were doing some YouTubes themselves. Michelle M says, I love your videos. I've never been to Toronto, but I'm in love with the city. I want to move there badly. American citizen that has dual citizenship with the UK. Can I? You can certainly travel here. Always give it a test drive before you buy, but you're certainly welcome to come and visit. You've got some pretty powerful passports there with a US and UK dual citizenship. Lisa says she walked from Queen and Spadina to Dundas and Ossington earlier. That's a fair walk. All right, let's see if I can get these things playing. Where did I put them? All right, this is, we are walking alongside the original Kenny vs. Spenny house here. So this is an upcoming walk. I cut out the St. Jamestown part, but this will probably be tomorrow morning's video. Johnny, you're going to a bar tonight or just drink at home, says Carlito's Way. We're just drinking at home. I guess I can move the chat below the webcam. So now it actually looks like I'm looking forward and reading. Tan Chenhui says, you should try snow riding in shorts. No, I should not. No, I should not. Lisa says, it was a delight. You walked the alley that I avoid. Jenny Fronda Douglas says, Johnny, how's your electric blanket? The new electric blanket is awesome. I've been foregoing turning the heat on just because it dries out the air. It's really bad for my plants. It's really bad for your skin. And I've been sleeping with the full-size electric blanket, and the new one is awesome. The old one was junk. It was super comfortable, but it died after a month. I have to return that to Amazon. Hey, we've got almost 300 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, can you leave a comment on this? On my last live stream, someone mentioned that the comment section was closed and it opened up after the live stream, and I never really paid attention to see if that was a thing or not. Yeah, I guess the comments don't appear until after the stream, eh? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Hey, Johnny, do you have DaVinci Resolve 19, asks Mr. Sunjib from Montreal. Yes, DaVinci Resolve is a resource-eating hog. It's not particularly kind to laptops. You need a dedicated GPU with at least 6 or 8 gigs of VRAM. My little 3050 over there only has 4 gigs. My desktop PC has 12 gigs of VRAM. It can easily handle anything, but if you do any fusion or color grading work, it'll bring it to its knees if you don't have a lot of VRAM. Gertej says, I am planning to buy heated gloves for the winter. Good idea. Skywalking, yeah, the big news of the day. Doug Ford will call an early election. I think this is just a tactical move while he's still popular for some unforsaken reason in most of the population. Trudeau did it during COVID at the absolute worst possible time, at the peak of the pandemic. He was like, let's all go to the polls and have a vote because our popularity is high and it's not going to be high much longer. That's what Ford is doing. He knows the popularity is going to go in the shitter pretty soon, so call that early election while they still have a chance, and they're probably going to win, unfortunately. Selena Perez says Asian girls or white girls. I wish I didn't read that out loud. Who cares? Who cares? Jeanette Morales, $70. Can you bring me back a souvenir handbag from your trip? JK, not really. Jeanette, thank you so much. $70. Will there be handbags where I'm going? I'm sure there will be. It may or may not be an all-inclusive resort where you don't want to buy anything from there. That $70 might buy me some sunscreen at a all-inclusive resort. But thank you, Jeanette, so much for the $70. Much appreciated. Holy shit. And David Warren with the 40 before that. Carlito's Waste has got my 200 still ain't. I don't have my bribe yet. Did you guys get your $200 bribes from the provincial government? I didn't get mine. I already spent it. I already donated it to Cycle Toronto, but I didn't receive it yet. Frank V. Hey, Johnny, did you find out what's moving into where Urban Outfitters used to be at Yonge and Eglinton Center? No, I didn't. It says leased. I'm guessing it's a somewhat big retail chain. I'm not really sure. I'll just turn that off. I have no idea. What do you guys think will move in there? Urban, like, it's too small for like an H&M or Uniqlo, and it's not really prominent enough. But it's a 2-story location, and it's, I would have guessed like a Sephora if there wasn't already a Sephora there. Hopefully it's not like a drugstore or a bank or something really lame like that. Hopefully it's something kind of cool. Liv D says you did. Anna did not. Lisa has not received her bribe. Funny, right as the $200 bribes are going out, an election is coming. I don't know. This guy is just a comedy act. The Mighty Runt, ever consider doing a Costco walking tour? I did an IKEA walking tour, and I got some complaints that I walked through it a little too fast. I have happy feet. I do not know how to slow down. I don't have a membership to Costco. Maybe if I can get in with someone who does, that's an idea. Also, the last time I was in a Costco, it was the one in Etobicoke, and it was a zoo. I don't know if I'd be that comfortable recording in such a crowded place. Juan says, hello from the Dominican Republic. Medano 1973 for an alcohol beverage wherever you are going. Cheers. Medano 1973. Cheers to you. Thank you so much. And oh, I just moved it. I had the gift from you right on my desk, but it's over there. I don't want to move from my chair, but I can see the Yeti. Thank you, Medano 1973 for the $10. Cheers to you for that. And West Coast Walker is here. It was nice meeting you the other night, one Friday ago exactly, on a live stream. Tan Chen Sweet Hui says, have you ever considered coming to Singapore? Yes, I would like to go. That's on the to-do list. Lisa gets yelled at for walking too fast all the time. Try doing it with a camera in hand while you're recording a video. John McIsaac got his bribe, but it falls way short of budging your resolve to not vote for the Liberal Party. I just hope that the whole left side just comes together and all votes for one party and it's not split, because we got to get Doug out of there, just as we have to get Justin out of there. Lisa says, wasn't sure where this is, but it's parallel to Yonge. I am currently on Gloucester Street in this video, I believe. Oh, now we're going up this is the linear parks just north of the Dundonald exit. There's 3 linear parks that connect Wellesley Street pretty much all the way up to St. Charles Street. And then you can cut through the parking lot, which is what I do in this, and go to Bloor Yonge Station. Kurt Affair says you can get into the Costco for free if you just say you're going to the pharmacy. Yeah, and that's a good policy, because nobody should be denied anything for medicinal purposes. Jenny asks, hey Johnny, who was the most famous celebrity you have met in the streets of Toronto? Justin Timberlake a long time ago. I saw Benedict Cumberbatch when I was recording, but actually met and like talked to Mike Bullard. Rest in peace. I mean, I've seen a lot of celebrities, but I haven't actually met or talked to many of them. Pinball Clemens, I met once. Super friendly guy. Yeah, I've seen a lot of celebrities, but I don't know about like shaking hands and meeting per se. Lisa might check it out this weekend. Euro Nation says Jeff Lepard. There we go. Jeff Lepard, Action Kid. The Continuum, eh? I met True North Transparency today. Jillian Felix says, do you have any skin allergies or not? Not? Interesting question. Randy Ruck says, you back in San Francisco? He must be talking to West Coast Walker. Marcus Pereira is here. Greetings, Marcus. Ugly and Traveling. That's an interesting name. Whenever I see something like that, I have to see, do you have a channel?
Yeah, but coffees, it.
Canada's largest Iranian community in North York, Toronto. That must be between Finch and Steeles. All right, interesting channel. Ugly and Traveling. That is certainly a catchy name. Ferris Q says, "Was up?" Carlito's Way says, "Is the young Dundas preacher a celebrity?" He's a local celebrity in the same way that like Xanta was or Rubber Boots Man was. Ryan says, "Just ask someone you know for a Costco cash card to get into Costco." 01 Red Cloud says, "Bring back Cash Cab." Fun game show indeed. Have you ever seen Scotty Barnes walking around? Not that I know of. I saw Matt Bonner once back in the day. Matt Bonner was like a super down-to-earth guy. He was a Toronto Raptor. They called him the Red Rocket because he would actually take the TTC to Raptors games. Would you rather eat cheese that tastes like cake or cake that tastes like cheese? I will eat the cheese that tastes like cake. Cheese is healthier than cake. So I get something a little healthier and I get to taste the cake. I don't know how that would work from a texture point of view, but cheese that tastes like cake any day. Thunder Waifu says, "You guys seen Arnold biking in Toronto?" I've seen lots of posts on Reddit of him biking in Toronto, but I haven't actually seen Arnold biking in Toronto. And now it looks like, let me pull this up to current. It looks like this is part of my North York coldest day of the year walk. Just reading some of your messages. Matt says, "Moving back to Toronto next week with your girlfriend. She needed some convincing, so you've been her guide for the last couple of months." Cheers. Cheers to you, Matt. Welcome back to the city in advance. I hope you and the better half enjoy it. Pixel says, "How is the weather in March? Thinking of traveling over there soon from the US." Mostly cold with a chance of mild. I don't know how else to say it. Not enough memory to open this page. What is happening? I've never had that error before on Google Chrome. Not enough memory to open this page. Let me check my task manager. I'm only using 12 out of 32 gigs. What are you talking about, Chrome? What are you talking about? Let me just relaunch everything. Jenny says, "Johnny, how about kimchi for sure when you're in Korea?" Kimchi, good ass shit right there. I had some the other day. Jelly Bean says, "You got a haircut." I did. Phuket Walk, coffee in hand, ready as ever now. Awesome to see everyone. Greetings, Phuket Walk. Hope your channel's doing well. Euro Nation says, "We have the same laptop strength at the 3050. Yeah, it's good, except for the fact that the 4 gigs of RAM or VRAM is not cutting it. And I don't think the Snapdragon laptops will do it. And I don't really want to cross over to the Apple side. So I am looking at probably the Asus ProArt PX13, where I can get like a 4070 or 4060 or 4050 at 6 or 8 gigs. I think those are the laptops I'm looking at. Lisa needs a haircut. Hey, it's wintertime. If you're ever gonna like color your hair or get a weird do or be experimental, winter's the time, right? You can always just throw a hat over that and it'll sort itself out by the time spring rolls around. Liv D asks, would you ever get a pet? I've had birds before on my own until they both got ill. Not my fault, by the way. I grew up with dogs. I love dogs. I've got some good friends with dogs. I've babysat dogs. You've seen Charlie. You've seen Digby on the channel. Yeah, I would get a pet. But the problem is I travel too much. And my mom lives in Niagara Falls. And she's the person that would babysit my pets when I leave. So I would need a reliable Toronto-based pet sitter before I would consider doing that. But I'd love to get like a dog or something. I think that would be cool. Euronation says they had a deal with Lenovo at Canada Computers for a 480 laptop, 2500. I'd be curious to see what that was. The PX13 right now is 2000. You can get it on Amazon or through Asus. I kind of want a thin and light, but I also want a DGPU. I also want at least 6 gigs of VRAM. I also don't... Someone asking about a Mac Mini? Hell no. I've got a PC I can upgrade whenever I want that would beat the pants off a Mac Mini or Mac Studio. No interest in that. Just reading some of your messages. Jerry says, do you have another job? Yeah, Johnny stumbles, but no. This is it. Math Doctor asking, is Mama Strides calling in tonight? I don't think so, but maybe. Todd says, I've had many good friends who were cats and dogs. Lisa says, I would be a reliable Toronto pet sitter in theory. There's yeah, and you're a proven pet owner who can take care of them. I'll consider that. I would love to get a little woofer. They would have to be little. If you've seen my apartment, like literally I could let them on the balcony to get some fresh air every now and then, but I would have to walk them 2-3 times a day. And a medium or big dog just wouldn't work in the small apartment, but I think it would be cool. And I don't know. It would be a lot of work at first. You got to train them because they just piss and shit everywhere, right? But that's just the first few months. Phuket Walk says, yes, traveling will be different with pets, but thinking ahead, responsible pet owner already. Yeah, it's just a matter of having people who can look after the pet. We are still in North York, it looks like, in the video. So this, I think, will be Sunday's video. John McIsaac is totally laptop illiterate. Picked up a MacBook Air just before Christmas. Nice machine, says Chris Mills. You know, if you're just doing productivity work, like Office, Excel, Chrome, YouTube, watching videos, as much as I love Windows, you can't really beat it just because the battery life is phenomenal and it does all those basic things well. As soon as I want to do anything like creative wise, I need to be in the Windows world. Anna can walk the doggo for me. No, it's not just walk, it's babysit. Babysit the dog. Jenny says, hey Johnny, would you consider yourself a late Gen Xer or early millennial? I am purely a late Gen Xer. I am not no early millennial. I don't complain about a lot of things millennials do. I don't like buying $6 macaroons and pretending I'm cool. I'm a Gen Xer. My vocabulary is very Gen X. I'm very not politically correct. I try to be a little bit on my live streams, but nah, we don't even try to be PC. Lisa says the craziest program I use is Lightroom, and it ain't crazy. You could do that Mac or PC, it doesn't really matter. Matt Bros can edit videos on your MacBook Air with the CapCut software. Yeah, CapCut has gained a lot of steam. I think pretty much every full-time YouTuber, though, is using Resolve or Premiere or Final Cut. It's just, you will come across things that you need to do that you can't do in CapCut. And you want to be on one of the bigger software if you're doing that. Michelle M says, I saw in the news Toronto is suffering real estate-wise. They can't sell or move property. And now, it got to the point where we now have a glut of tiny units on the market nobody wants. Who would have thought, not building enough 2 and 3 bedroom units would have led to a surplus of studio and 1 bedroom units, which are still crazy overpriced, both in the rental market and for sale. But yeah, we've hit a point where sales and rents are stagnating and actually coming down because there's such a discrepancy. The demand is for the 2 and 3 bedroom units, and the supply is all studios and 1 bedrooms and like tiny 1 bedrooms, and it's just not jiving. So hopefully we get like a renters and buyers market for the foreseeable future, maybe with less people coming into the city due to some policy changes. That will help sort itself out. But I saw something on TV where the average Canadian is paying double for their real estate what the average American is, while making nearly half for the same work, adjusted for the change in currency, which is absolutely nuts. Something has to change. So yeah. Liv D says, where would you go for a first date? Probably somewhere cool where you could like talk and hang out, but has a nice atmosphere, gives you the option to like go somewhere after. Maybe like the Annex Hotel has a really cool like lounge area where you can grab a drink, and it's a nice atmosphere. You don't look cheap going there. You never want to look cheap on a first time meeting, but if you don't want to buy the fancy meal, go to a place like that. If they wanted to eat, I don't know, I would just suggest like pie. Maybe not this pie, because it looks creepy to ask a pie or ask someone to go to a place that's like across the street from your live, but maybe the downtown pie. I think that's a good middle ground. I'm just reading some of your comments. Downtown Don says, if Canadians were given visa-free entry to the States, you'd move there easily. Finder Place says, you're moving to London, Ontario, and your new rent's going to be $1,600. It's disgusting everywhere. $1,600 could be okay. If it's like a studio or 1 bedroom, that's obviously a whole lot. Todd says, you'd go to Brass Rail with your date. If she proposed it, I would think, okay, this is definitely worth going on, just to see where this goes and to see if this person has a screw loose or not. Lisa says the Annex Hotel's restaurant is now a pizza and pasta place. Oh, I did not know that. Well, I would go to the former Annex Hotel. Matt Doctor says can't go wrong with Mickey D's for first dates. Lisa says Rafaela's. Mike T says a hotel on the first date, a hotel bar. The roller rink, there's an idea. The roller rink. Kurt Affair says ideal first date, mall, food court. Definitely not a mall food court, unless it's like you're going on a walk. I don't know. Jelly Bean says bring lots of 5s. Is that what it is these days? Back in my day, it was $2 bills. David Ing says, didn't expect this. Happy weekend. Happy weekend to you, David Ing. Noni says, are you actively dating? I'll read the question out loud, but that's it. I once took a... All right, Carlino Sway. Have you ever been to Antisocial Pinball Lounge? Great place for a first date. No, I haven't. But another good place would be probably Z80, right? Or Tilt. Matt Bross sold his townhouse in suburban Cleveland. The new owner is renting it out for $1,800 a month USD. Highway robbery. That's like 2,800 Canadian. LA says, I'm late, nearly subbed, and also insurance-ish law career. Do I miss it? I miss the people. I don't miss the work. I used to be a commercial underwriter. I did like big global programs. It's very, very dry. A lot of wordings you have to know. A lot of contractual things. You get brokers and clients asking you everything under the sun and hypotheticals, and really your answer is like you read it and you interpret it, because that's all I can do. I'm not going to estoppel myself and tell you something's covered or not, unless it's like absolute black and white. I don't know. I don't miss it. I don't miss going into work after vacation and seeing the red light on my phone and like 70 voicemails and like 400 emails unread, and then realizing, okay, which one of these emails did they forward to my out of office contact? What has been responded to? What has been taken care of? What are they waiting on me to do because they're assholes and they're clearly ignoring my out of office? And then you have to play like detective for 2 days. Then your boss is like, what did you do today? And you're like, I'm halfway through my emails. I haven't even listened to my voicemails. And of course, the day you get back from vacation, your phone rings because someone's been waiting for you to come back that instant to put out a fire that only you can. I'm not. I should probably be selling myself good just in case this YouTube thing doesn't work out and I need to interview for an office job again. But hey, I'm too honest. Kartik says, I've had first dates at Cozy Bar, then the second ones are usually dinner and night out. Chris James says, Greta Bar and YYZ and King in Portland is a good first date place for people who want to grab a drink and enjoy a more upscale arcade place. That place, yeah, I've seen that place. Have not been. Jelly Bean says that's what auto reply is for. Does it feel great to be your own boss? Am I my own boss? I got called into work next month. I'm actually going into the Google offices to meet with a YouTube representative. We're going to have a lunch and talk about my channel. So this is the first time I feel not self-employed. I feel like, I don't know, like I'm actually going into the offices of Google and like having a lunch with someone to talk about my channel. It's weird. It's weird. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I don't know if they can do anything to me. I'm sure, like, the guy is super cool. We had a video chat the other day, but yeah, it's a reminder. No, I'm not really self-employed. I work for like one of the biggest corporations in the world. Downtown Don says, when I was dating, first dates were either out for a drink or them coming to my apartment, and you know how that goes. On a first date, I'm all for it, but on a first date, that's a bit of a red flag if they're coming over to your place, because they're going over to everyone's place pretty much on a first date. You might want to visit your doctor the next day and, you know, make sure the blood is all clean. Carlito's Way says, take a first date to a bar, and by the third drink, she starts rambling on about her ex to you. Is that just human nature? We all do that when we get a little drunk. JM says, welcome to corporate. What gave you the last push to quit your job, says Andrew. They like recruited me pretty heavily from my current company. They promised me, you know, a great salary, 5 weeks paid vacation, plus I could buy more, and a really cool role. And then as soon as I started, the pandemic hit and I found myself working from home. And then I was put on a team, like spearheading a project that I was not fit or qualified to do. It was like transitioning from their old system to their new system. I wasn't trained on the old system. I wasn't trained on the new system. Why am I in charge leading a team of people migrating stuff from the old system to the new system? I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at. And I'm at home and I'm like handcuffed, doing nothing every day, having to like underwrite new policies from the ground up. By the way, I wasn't trained on their underwriting properly. I didn't know what and just because I was good at computers, they thought it was a good idea to put me on the spot. So basically, I made enough money doing YouTube part-time to pay all my bills. And plus, I'd been working my whole adult life, so I had savings. I was fine. So I was just like, I'm just going to quit. I'm not going to give them 2 weeks. Fuck you. You don't deserve 2 weeks from me after putting me through this. So I quit. I rode my bicycle up to the office. I brought back my work laptop the next day. And then every single day I've had video or a live stream on this YouTube channel. And that was what, like 4.5 years ago? And we've been doing this ever since. So that was the thing, that the straw that broke the camel's back, was just one day I was like, I can't do this. Like, I'm not even prepared to do this. And a lot of people on their side were quitting, which is sort of how this fell in my lap. I don't know. BB says, on a first date in this age, feelings grow legs and run allegations around you if you're not careful. Yeah, be careful. I'm just reading some of your comments. Kartik says, yeah, even if you want to be casual, it's too premature and a bit scary to, yeah, let's, will you burn your old dress shirts and slacks in your closet from work, says Noni. I kept them just as like it's like a nice reminder every time I work in there or walk in there. Hey, I might have to, if I can't retire and this YouTube thing fizzles out, I might be back doing that type of thing. Jellybean says, did you put a virus on the laptop? Yeah, my laptop got the clap. What are the snowy months of Toronto, says Bot Player? Anytime from late November all the way through March. Occasionally the odd snowfall earlier, the odd snowfall. I remember one April we had a big snowstorm, but usually December, January, February are when you would expect the most snow. John says maybe the Google rep can help with the copyright issues with YouTubers. That's all automated. There's not much we can do. MN says, how did you find living in Asian cities you have visited compared to Toronto? Would you want to live anywhere else? I absolutely loved living in Seoul. It was kind of like living in the future. I moved there at the end of 2007. But different strokes for different folks. I can name a million things they do way better over there, and I can name a million things that are way better over here. It's really preference. I honestly think I could be happy in Toronto or Seoul. I haven't lived in any other cities to compare to. Explorer Course says, you just said the F word. What have AI walked into? I understand completely and use colorful language. I just don't censor myself on my channel. Like, YouTube is okay with swearing. I think it's a little more sincere and genuine just to be yourself, and whatever comes out of your mouth comes out of your mouth. If I rub someone the wrong way, don't watch it, right? When I'm watching another YouTube channel or anything and I don't like what I see, I make an adult decision. Okay, I'm still going to watch this, or I'm not going to, right? So, yeah, I'll fucking swear when I want to. And if you say there could be kids watching, have you seen what kids are exposed to these days? Like, swearing should be the least of your worries if you're a parent and you're trying to shield your kid from what's out there. Daniel says, when did the premiere start on YouTube? Was it around 2021, 22? I think so. I started doing premieres almost right away when they came out. Do you have any siblings? I have an older brother. Did Johnny mention where his next travels will be? No. Oh, we've made it to the end of King Street. This was a walk I filmed last night, by the way. Matt Millen says, Johnny, don't give a fuck. Love it. Math Doctor says I should buy a property in Bangkok. You can buy a condo in Bangkok as a foreigner, but you cannot buy land. You cannot own property. So I'm not sure how that works, but no, I will not do that unless it's like a retirement thing. But Alina McLeod moved to, we're in Bulgaria, like the city of Sophie. She's doing like an apartment hunting series on her channel right now. That's super interesting. Jennifer Gala is here. Good evening, Jennifer Gala. Kurt Affair says rubbing someone the wrong way makes the worst massage channels. Phuket Walk says, I'm sure it's selected that it's not made for children. Be responsible, parents. Don't blame TV. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Anna says, name a country where you would never travel to. I want to say North Korea, but I'd be curious to go to North Korea. A country I would never travel to. Maybe, I don't know. I think Qatar rubs me the wrong way, just with all the like allegations of slave labor, building all those soccer stadiums for the World Cup. That just doesn't sit well with me. Anywhere that has like a disastrous human rights track record. Yeah, I know every country, including this one, does not have a sparkling human rights track record, but countries that are still actively participating in slavery, I think I wouldn't go to. Exception being North Korea, just because it's such a fascinating place. Was this the Police Academy bridge? I think it was around Toronto. Kyle Walker says, what Android do you use? Looking to get another one reasonably priced. I use an S24 Ultra, so reasonably priced, unfortunately, is not on the cards. The S25s were just released. They're kind of like an S series upgrade. The phone, like, it's already so good. It's just like a more powerful, more refined version of the same thing. LA says any country, they throw you into prison for just visiting. Ugly and Traveling says, would you like to visit Dubai? I would like to visit Dubai just to see it. Like, it's just to see all the skyscrapers in the desert, I think would be nuts. I would actually go visit it. What's your favorite neighborhood to walk through? I've said it before, but probably the Annex. Kartik says North Korea is a safe answer. You won't find anyone from there watching that will take offense. Yet, I said that was one I'd want to go to. Matt says this is quite literally where you're moving to next week. Where are we? This is Regent Park. I recorded this one this morning. Lori says, where did you go to university or college and what did you study? I went to York University. I got into Wilfrid Laurier, U of T, Ryerson, and York, and I chose to go to York. My girlfriend at the time, I was like 18 or 19, was also going to York, so I just decided to go there. I took a business BA, if that makes any sense to you. It's a split degree. My majors were economics and psychology. You had to have like two streams, they called it. Lisa says Regent Park, there's a mural close to there. Yeah, I saw a big mural in Regent Park on my video, actually. Jellybean says Dork University. Carlito's Way says bar hopping on Bloor between Bathurst and Spadina many times. I also, on the Middle East topic, am kind of curious to see Falcon's Flight, the world's tallest, biggest roller coaster, opening at Six Flags over there. That might be pretty cool to see. I think you have to wear goggles on it. Alex's brother went to York University. Liv D says, Johnny enjoying himself. What are you drinking? We're having a side launch light lager. It's taking me a while to get through it. High and Low Retrospective says this is a new Regent Park. What a difference. Yeah, you can contrast it with the old Regent Park, which is still very much still intact on the north side. Chad says, feel like I've been watching you since day one, man. Keep it up. You give the city a positive perspective. Thank you, Chad. I don't intentionally try to give it a positive perspective. I just show it the way it is and let the viewer interpret it. You know, sometimes things are cool. Sometimes things are shit. I just try to show it the way it is. I'm reading some of your messages here. How has Toronto changed over the last 5 years? It's hard to say last 5 years because the pandemic just throws a big monkey wrench into that. We lost so many cool businesses and places. Slightly more bike lanes, less cool businesses, less artist space, less live music venues, but still a whole ton of cool shit going on. It's still got the same cool vibe. I actually don't think it's changed a whole lot over the past 5 years. Jenny says, if you ever go to the Philippines, you can be a tour guide for free. You can take me to the white sand beach called Boracay. I have been to Boracay. Boracay is awesome. I went to the, I forget the name of the Red Coconut Hotel was where I stayed at. I went to Manila, then I went to Cebu, and I went to Boracay, saw the Chocolate Hills and all that fun stuff. Are the videos from the S24 as good as the Apple iPhone 14? I think you're splitting hairs. A lot of people like the professional people that like seriously record video, like the iPhone just because you can record and log. But I think Samsung is adding that to the S25, at least the S25 Ultra. So then it's really just going to be, they're both as good as a smartphone camera can be. For live streaming, I actually use the iPhone, not my S24. LA says Johnny has the best voice. I don't know about that. I saw, I was watching a YouTuber, someone I always watch. I forget their name, but something sounded a little off. And I went to the comments, and apparently they trained an AI model on their voice. So it was like AI using their voice to narrate their YouTube video. And it was like the weirdest thing, because I'm like, this sounds like him, but it's so robotic. I think AI needs to start varying the way stuff sounds, or yeah, it's always going to be like that. I'm just reading some of your messages. Is there any part of Toronto you've never been to, says Whippy Dude? Since making the channel, yeah, I haven't really been much to like Rexdale, Malvern, some of the far corners. I've been to those places before I did the YouTube channel, but yeah, there's still some corners. You'll notice the places I don't go to aren't super transit accessible from where I live. High and Low Retrospective says, wouldn't it be easier just to record with your own voice? Maybe you're sick. You would be surprised at how long it takes to like record a voiceover for a YouTube video. People that do it do like dozens and dozens and dozens of takes, especially when you're editing and something's not quite right and you have to re-record it. Then it doesn't sound the same, so you re-record the whole thing. I know people that like a 10-minute video will spend like a day or two literally just doing the voiceover on top of all the editing. So I tend to, that's one of the things with my videos, I just do them in one shot. When I do a video with voiceover, like I did that video about the bike lanes, man, that gives me so much more appreciation for the people that do videos like that regularly. Just reading some of your messages. What do you think of the cold winters? Are you fine with them or do you hate them? I'm fine with them. It goes with the territory. We get all 4 seasons in their full glory, right? Explore Core says, just in case you missed my message above, good point. I miss a lot of messages during live streams. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Sometimes I see them and I just can't acknowledge them. Sorry about that, especially when I'm out on the streets walking around. I appreciate the realness and I am not offended by swearing. I was teasing you. Cool. Lori M says, I can't stand listening to AI voices. Me neither. As soon as I hear that shit, it's like next YouTube channel. Sorry. Mullen says, did you grow up in Toronto? I grew up in Mississauga, actually. I moved downtown in my mid-20s. I moved to the St. Lawrence neighborhood with a few people. Yahia says, thoughts on the Eglinton Crosstown LRT? Yeah, a bunch of people should be in jail for that. John says, I'm a fan of places like Denmark or Germany. They don't recognize Regent much at all anymore. You lived right on Sackville and Dundas. The whole area has changed so much, especially along Dundas. All right, Toronto Walker, take care. Thanks for dropping in. What do you think about the cost of living in Toronto? It's not just a Toronto thing. It's a Canada thing. It sucks. I think inflation is basically a tax that we didn't vote for. Like politicians implement taxes based on the will of the people and the needs of the people. Inflation is a tax because they print more money to pay for shit that we didn't necessarily ask for. And that takes away the earning power and the savings of all the people. So it's like, it's a tax we didn't vote for. So I don't know why I'm going on that rant, but yeah, it's not cool. We need to do more to stop printing so much money, federal government, basically. Sanjay in Kingston, member for 44 months. 130,000 is the population of Kingston. Congrats. Thank you, Sanjay in Kingston. Yeah, we just went over 130K last week. What happens? Sorry, I froze my chat. What happens first? Johnny hits 1 million subs or Eglinton LRT opening? The Eglinton LRT is going to open. This channel's probably never hitting 1 million subs. Why did you move Korea to teach English? Yeah, I just transferred from like personal lines insurance to do commercial insurance. I had a great job, great company. I was there for a year, and then I realized I'd never really traveled. I'd always wanted to take like a gap year type thing. So I just quit my job, much to everyone's surprise, and went to Korea for a year. That turned into 5 years. Skywalkin says, what's your thoughts on the tariffs? I think it's stupid. We're just going to play a stupid game of punishing each other. There's no... America is not subsidizing us. Like, that's such a fundamental misunderstanding of how trade works. Putting tariffs on Canada is gonna bite you in the ass just as much as it will bite us. So it's just a stupid fucking thing. So my thoughts on the tariffs are that they are thoroughly stupid. West Coast Walker, $10. Congrats on 130k subs. Thank you, West Coast Walker. Cheers to you. Thank you for the $10, and thank you for the edibles, which I enjoyed last Saturday night as well as Sunday night. When is the demolition for? Was that on a... I don't know what we're looking at there. No, I will not be catching Sum 41. Thank you, Jennifer Gala. How do you feel about Ford calling an early election? I feel like he feels the winds of change early on, so the classic move is to call the election while you're still on top in the polls, just to prolong your amount of time in office, and that's all it is. Trudeau did exactly the same shit during the pandemic. It's a smart move. So hopefully people in this province go vote. I don't care if you vote for Ford. I obviously don't like him, but go vote. It's your civic responsibility. Get yourself informed and vote. At least that way, if we lose and most of the people went out and voted, that just sits a lot better than what happened last time when almost nobody voted and we lost. David Ing says, I have the S24 Ultra. You heard the Vivo X200 Pro has a very good camera. I don't know if we can then, if you can use it in the US. I'm missing that. Can you show us your Snail mucin face stuff? I want to see the brand. Maybe. That's all the way in the bathroom. If I go to the bathroom, I'll bring it. No, I didn't get my $200 bribe. We talked about that earlier. How do you walk backwards while sitting in the chair? It's something I perfected in the early days of this channel. Liv D says, what strain do you like? I'm a sativa person. Give me the gigglies, although I was thinking like I could use a good paranoid sleep. Give me some indica. Let me lie in bed listening to every like creak and noise and be totally paranoid out of my mind. It's been a while since I've done that. Mr. Mountain Hiker, hey, all late to the party. Mr. Mountain Hiker, cheers to you. Throwing in a not voting for Ford here. Neither am I. Neither am I. But I'm also not voting for Justin if he was running again, which thankfully he is not. Lisa says, that sounds like a time. You don't seem very giggly ever, says Jellybean. Have you not seen some of my older content? Paul N says, ever done a Montreal walk? Yes, I've been to Montreal twice on the channel. I went like 4 years ago during the summer, during the pandemic, stayed in a nice hotel right downtown. Then I went back 2 years ago. It was right when I got that laptop, which is now deciding to be a piece of shit. Let's see. If I do buy a new one, how long do I have left to order it? Amazon says, order within the next 1 hour and 19 minutes. Sweet. High and Low Retrospective says, this is great. I might have to start a walking travel channel for the exercise and fresh air. That's an awesome reason to do it. I have no problems getting my 10,000 steps in a day, which I don't think is bullshit. I really think everybody should be trying to get as many as they can in. Although this week is lagging. I don't know if you guys can see that. Last week I averaged over 14,000. This week I'm just over 12,000. So I did not have a good walking week steps wise. I'm going to have to really pick that up. LA says Alberta walk. I'd love to go to Alberta. Math Doctor says almost got hit by the SUV there. Julie says I'm still using an S22. It still does what I need and hasn't slowed down. You'll probably stick with it until the battery gets bad. You know what? Even once the battery gets bad, you can get that replaced for like $70. If you like the phone, if it's still getting security updates, there's no need to replace it. Like an S22 is still an awesome phone and it still has really good cameras. I think, these companies come out with new stuff every year just because they have to. They have shareholders. They have to keep up with the Joneses competition-wise. But, like, I hope to have this phone for a very long time. I know I won't because I know I'm a geek and I like new toys. And I'll probably replace it next year. And where's my... And I'm probably going to get the 17 Pro to replace the 15 Pro when that comes out. But yeah, there's really actually no need to do that. By the way, that's that clip is for my gimbal. I just stick this onto my gimbal. This is pretty much a live streaming only phone. Oops. And it's got a little stand so I can stand it up. Anna says Dingus Square. Would you ever do a small town or rural Ontario walking video? Yeah, if I ever get the chance to go, I certainly would. Hey, Johnny, when Canada becomes the 51st state, will you stride on over to Asia? If it did, because there's like a 0.000000000, let's insert a million zeros, 1% chance that would happen, then yes, I would stride the hell out of here. Probably over there somewhere. Hey, isn't that the guy from the Transparency Channel? Yes, that is, he recognized me. I walked by him and I'm like, I think I know him. He's from True North Transparency and he was with another guy. I think my head is blocking the other guy. Oh, you can't really see him anyways, on the left, who had an interesting story to tell. So you can see that in a upcoming video. Hello, Transit Ontario. The color purple says, have you ever been engaged? No. Math Doctor says, I like those odds. Kurt Affair says, is that a bulletproof vest? I think it's just a vest that lets him like carry a lot of shit around with him. What are your go-to clothing stores, says Blair Harris? Honestly, I can't remember the last time at Winners, like socks and underwear. I went to Fall Raven and I bought a winter coat. Probably like H&M, as shitty as fast fashion is for the environment. That's probably where I would go. Johnny, did they ever get the guy who punched you in the subway? No, but I think the detective at least made it seem like they tried. Like he contacted all the cops in his precinct. He sent a message to everyone with the picture of, is this person known to you? Did you get any reports? Did you hear anything? He was responsive to me. Like he called me every once in a while to say, hey, we're still looking into this. How are you feeling? I don't know if he was doing that just because, you know, I have this platform and I can, you know, be like, hey, the cops did their job well or didn't. That's the thing, because he knew I did it on a live stream. So I don't know if I was getting special treatment. I would hope that every single time something like that happened to someone, the police would be that responsive, at least in terms of like, he stayed on top and he followed up. He would call me like every week to give me an update. Like, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe they're just doing that because they know I have this microphone and can announce this to the world. But yeah, that like they didn't find him, but they tried as much as I would have expected them to try. So it is what it is. Can Gasly says same thing when you got sucker punched at college and Spadina. Sorry to hear that. Hello, Shelby Green. Greetings to you. As I take a sip. And we're at over 435 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. I don't do these Friday night live streams very often on this channel. I haven't done one in like 6 or 7 months. So I don't know when I'll do one next. But if you do like this format or this kind of live stream, the Johnny Stumbles channel, I do this usually every Sunday night. And I think I'm going to do this next Sunday. Blair says, nice. I recommend Uniqlo. Quality is great. Yeah, when I moved to Asia or to Korea, I started going to Uniqlo. I noticed their sizing was different though, right? Like here, I'm a medium. Over there, I was a large. And like stuff would still like come up to my sleeve here. I'm 5'11". I weighed like 170 pounds. On no planet am I a large. But at Uniqlo in Korea, I was a large. So that was interesting. All right, Lisa, good night. I have to confess, I've been binging your videos lately. Thank you, Our Toronto. Let me get the chat off of the screen here. So I need to use the little boys' room. Someone asked me what my snail mucin looked like. Let's and that's it for videos. Jellybean says you are not large. I'm a medium. Math Doctor says clothing brands in Asia Pacific are fitted differently. Yeah, but H&M I found was the same. Like when I went to H&M in Seoul, I was a medium. But when I went to Uniqlo, like large was too small for me. And I was like, what the hell? And in Asia, large just tends to mean like longer, not the other way. So I knew some people that couldn't actually shop at a lot of Asian stores or Asian brands. Let's just throw on a random video here while what's my oldest video? Man, look at these old videos. The first ever video, 4K time lapse over Midtown Toronto. I don't know if I can use the music in these time lapses though, because they're all, I think they're from Epidemic. I don't want to get Walking Bangkok. Ayatua DJI Osmo Pocket walking test. This is my first ever like video with the
So I recently picked up a DJI.
I'm doing this as a voiceover from home, by the way. Actually, I think I have to turn my desktop audio on. I've also got some lo-fi tunes playing in the background. But I'm gonna go to the little boys' room. Let's turn this up all the way quality-wise, even though I think I only set this stream to... Yeah, I set the stream to 1440p. So we'll play this in 1440p. I'll be back in a second. So I recently picked up a DJI Osmo Pocket. This is the first time I've taken it out, so I thought going for a walk through Toronto's Annex neighborhood would be a good test. I've left the picture settings on auto, so I haven't adjusted anything. I also won't be doing any color grading or other picture adjustments in post, and we'll be filming in 4K at 30 frames per second as usual. One of the advantages of this camera is that it's so small I doubt many people will even notice I'm filming, but there's only one way to find out. It's a bit of an overcast day and it's quite windy, so let's see how this thing does.
우리나라는 그렇게 안 된다고 보는 거지. 일종의
Oh man, one of my first ever walking videos. Let me... Wow, that original DJI Pocket camera, the exposure, not the best, was it? And for some reason, I always pointed the camera kind of like too high up. I always wanted to like capture like the skyscrapers and taller buildings, but it doesn't work as well in low-rise neighborhoods like this. So you'll notice my horizon line, I moved it from about 2/3 down to almost the half mark. That was like a I got a lot of feedback from a few viewers saying, hey, you should change your horizon line. So I did. Did you used to have a higher pitch voice? No, I just had a really, really shitty microphone back then. It's amazing the difference like a half decent microphone will make to how you sound. Like it makes a huge difference. Anyways, a viewer asked me what brand of Snail mucin I use. So I use this brand. This isn't the original brand that I used, but this is what I bought. It is a Poppy Austin. But yeah, if I'm going out, I have like a moisturizer that's also a sunscreen. But if I'm staying in, I use this to moisturize. That's all. That's all about that. Oh, the Rexall. That Rexall used to be where that Rexall used to be, I'm an idiot, the Brunswick House, and it later became a Value Village. My wife has that Snail mucin. What does it do? Should I use it? I just use it to moisturize my skin. I don't know. Someone was like, hey, you should use Snail mucin. So I do. They're like an expert at skincare, so I just took their word for it. Yield to people that know what they're doing. So we might have a special guest caller or two, I mentioned. Let me turn on the phone. Who gets paid to collect snail trails? How can I apply? If that's what I think you're talking about. Oh, by the way, Novell Koss, big fitness kick still going on or fizzled out. Member for 46 months. Thank you, Novell Koss, for the 46 months of membership. I'll let you know that in a week from now, I'll be on a beach, and for the first time in my adult life, I will not be embarrassed to walk around. We are beach ready. I've been working out 6 days a week for like 4 months now. Yeah, we're about to get a call. So yeah, I've been working out, eating better since you brought it up. There's some stats to prove it. If the camera will focus, everything is in the green. Oh yeah, it's not showing green because I have a green screen chroma key on. Body fat 14.9. My protein is way too high apparently. I need to like stop eating so much protein. I don't know how the hell this thing knows, but JS shirtless pics. No, I will not be doing that. No. But special guest caller number 1, if you want to call in now and you know the number, please call. If not, send me a message and I will send you the number. Anna says, we will only believe you if you show us the progress. YouTube is my full-time job. Ken says, back when Metro was 24 hours. Yeah, I missed that. The Metro at Yonge and Eglinton used to be 24 hours. And then it was open till midnight. Now it's open till like 10. It sucks. Jeanette says, what? No calendar? The Jotty Strides calendars. Cab says he prefers shirtless live streams. Yeah, my first ever live stream. Was it? Okay. All right. I'm being asked to send my number to someone. Do I even know my own phone number? This is not my real phone number, by the way. But we're going to have a special guest caller calling in. Tiana says, work for Chippendales. Yes, Greg's Ice Cream. Greg's Ice Cream used to be across from the ROM, if you can remember that. All right, it's just a matter of time. Henrique. Oh, and I want to thank, during this live stream, Irene K and Alicia L became members through Patreon. Thank you so much for signing in. And we have a special guest caller. Hello there.
What is shaking up there in Stridesland?
What is shaking up here in Stridesland? Let's see. What can our viewers guess who this is? If you guys can guess who this is, I will not be impressed. Yahia says, is Henry the special guest? We have a guest for Henry. Are you Henry?
I am not Henry.
No, this is not Henry. Yahia asks, are you T-Shots? Is this T-Shots?
Ding, ding, ding. I am T-Shots. Not.
All right. Sheena says, this must be Sapand, TTC Explorer.
It must be Sapand? Is this really what you think right now? Are you really for serious?
Epic Nation HD is there. It is, well, why don't you just tell us who you are?
Hi, ho, this is Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog. You know what's funny? Kermit the Frog, I was on your street today in my video. We're recording a video. By the way, this is, who is this for reals?
For real, this is the Ken Who Continues, a.k.a. the Ken Continuum.
Ken Continuum, everyone. Maybe, YouTube. I'm always nervous when I have a web browser open on a live stream, because what if it like auto-corrects typing in something that I've searched for that is very embarrassing? Like
What might that be?
like, you know, like what is John Stamos up to these days? You know, all the things that we look for.
I can only imagine all of your John Stamos questions.
But for our viewers, there is the Ken Continuum, Toronto's second most foremost walk-in YouTuber. Who's number one? We don't know.
Hey, people.
How's it going, Ken? Yeah, I was, you know, I'm always conflicted when I walk on your street and I see your building. I'm like, can I mention Ken lives here? Is this doxing? Because you've actually like recorded your apartment and you've mentioned.
I think I've not hidden where I live at all.
Yeah, so
during the course of my channel.
So it's cool to be like Ken lives there, right? I'm not like saying your unit number or anything.
Now that my channel has grown, I don't mention it quite as often anymore or show it quite as often anymore, but in the earlier days I didn't really give a damn if people knew where I lived, you know?
Yeah. Your first video, your breakout video was an apartment tour, actually, wasn't it?
It was. The very first sort of video on this channel was an apartment tour. That's right.
Carlito's Way says Ken lives behind Fillmore's. Yes, Ken. Was that by design? Was that for Fillmore's proximity?
Someone has figured me out.
It was either that or the Seton House, right? You needed to be near one of those two.
One or the other or both. Yeah. People know me too well, I think.
Do you think anyone's ever gone from in one straight into the other? Like that was their night?
I'm pretty sure that happens every single day.
Yeah, I mean, they probably... Would you eat... If I treated you, would you go there and have lunch? Would you have a sandwich at Fillmore's?
With you? Sure. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But I was walking down your street today, and I saw a bunch of fire trucks, like, right in front of your building. And I was like...
Yeah, I had no idea. I think I was still sleeping.
Yeah, it turns out there was actually the house next to yours, right next to your building.
Okay.
And there was a whole bunch of like first responders. And I didn't want to like be nosy and like, you know, stick my camera in there or anything. I just kind of walked by, but it was a relief to know that you were okay and it wasn't you in
that
peril.
happens. We do get fire trucks coming to my building, not frequently, but often. You know, it's not that rare really, but no major fires as far as I know have taken place in my building yet.
I
thankfully.
I won't lie. I was kind of hoping that you would be like the damsel in distress on your balcony. Like, save me.
I don't
Like,
have a balcony. I'd basically just be hanging from my window. Would you catch me? Could you catch me, Johnny? You've been working out, right?
no, I would not. I think the best
Damn
thing
it.
for you to do would just be to try to land feet first and break your legs, because at least you would survive.
Yeah, I read that that's the only way you could possibly survive a fall from a fair distance is to try and land on your feet.
Yeah, just obliterate
Yeah.
your body from the waist down. But you
Right,
you protect the
might
important.
Save your internal organs by breaking your legs and hips and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'd be very impressed if you stuck the landing, but yeah, a lot of people saying hi to you. So you're just taking it easy tonight. No videos, no live streams.
No, I'm just taking the day off today. I thought about going out, but I woke up kind of late in the day. I stayed up extra late last night, so I slept in extra late today. And next thing I knew, it was like getting close to the evening, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going out anywhere today.
So you didn't even step outside today.
No,
So your step count's like 50.
it's not even that. Yeah.
Joyce Carter says, "Who is talking on the phone?" It is the one, the only Action Ken Continuum.
Action Ken. Oh, actually, the other Ken is the Action Ken. Jeez, what am I saying?
You're
I'm
both-
stealing his thunder here.
So Coco says, "I enjoy Ken's walkabouts." You know, Ken was doing this longer than I was. And my first time, I think I've mentioned this before, my first time ever seeing you, you were in front of me. You're actually in my video walking along Hoskin through the
Yep.
St. George campus, holding an iPhone on a selfie stick way over your head.
Yep. That's right. That's right. I can't believe I ever did it that way, but apparently I did, yeah.
What? Yeah, like what prompted you to start doing that?
I thought it would be a smoother picture with a selfie stick than just holding it in my hand, which I had been doing. But it didn't really help matters at all now that I can look back on those videos.
But like what was the alternative? Like gimbals for smartphones weren't even a thing, right? Like
No.
you could get like a GoPro and a gimbal. I think that's what Action Kid was doing in New York City. He was like the first that I know of to like have good stabilized walking videos.
Yeah.
Not that your walking videos weren't good, but they weren't stabilized.
Well, no, they weren't stabilized. They were total walking man dude style videos back then, yeah.
Yeah. Here, this is a... Can I show your channel here?
Oh, of course, yeah.
All right.
I finally got the Osmo Pocket camera in November of 2019. So for the first year and like 4 or 5 months, my videos were all shaky of my channel.
Yeah, I'm going to show some of what we mean by these old... if I go oldest here. It's called Pop Not Soda. Get it right, yo? That's your second video ever? And then
That
you're...
was from my... Before I did the walking, I was trying to do funny skit type videos, and I privated all of them when I transitioned to the walking thing, except I left that one up because it got some decent views, I thought, at the time, so I left that one up. All the other ones got like less than 1,000 views, so I just privated all the older ones.
in 720p.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are filmed with like an actual video camera, not like a smartphone or like a little action camera, just like an old school video camera.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with a potato because it's...
Right? It was basically about that quality, yeah.
And then you got 71,000 views on your first like walking video.
My very first walking video just hit it out of the park. And I was like, what the heck? So that totally inspired me to keep doing it, yeah.
When was this? July 17th, 2018.
Yep.
When was my first video? July 7th. July 17th. That was your first walking video.
Hmm.
My first.
On this channel,
Oh, you had another one?
I have some walking videos on my older channel that are quite a bit older than that one, but they're not long form. They're just short walks of like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, my first walking video was December 10th, 2018. That was like a hyperlapse.
Right.
And my first.
Yeah, I remember.
My,
I remember when you popped up. I was like, "Who's this guy doing walking videos?" And I was like, "Oh, he's doing hyperlapses. Okay, he's not doing the same thing I'm doing." I remember thinking that back then. Yeah.
You put the baseball bat down, and you're like, I guess his kneecaps can live.
But I was inspired by Action Kid, as you were as well, right? So.
Yep.
Yep.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Escape from North York. Isn't it Escape from... You should have had, like, yourself looking like... See, with AI, there's this AI model where you can upload your picture 100 times, and then it'll learn you. I would have done, like, you as Kurt Russell as, like, a movie... as a movie trailer poster for Escape from North York. I think that would have been cool.
Or I could have just taken a picture of myself with an eye patch on and just sort of inserted it there into the corner of the thumbnail. That might have been cool. Yeah.
Let's see, what else? What's your Toronto snowstorm walk? 177,000 views. Oh, you just went in a big loop here. I see. It looks like you walked your. Oh, you started at home, or you walked yourself. Oh, you started near your home.
Yeah, I started right near home.
Like literally.
Yeah.
You'll notice like half of the bad snow videos are like right outside my front door where I start. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go walk in like a loop and come back here. Jay Smith says, great to hear from Ken. Whitby Dude asks, is the George the Cat video still up?
Yeah, that's on my other channel, Ken Continues. That was the first channel I had. That predates the Ken Continuum channel. And that's where you'll find some of my older walking videos from like way back when. Actually, those walking videos I think predate Action Kid, you know, so. But the long form walking videos were inspired by Action Kid.
Ali from Iraq says 3 minutes and 37. 3:37 is the first time, or is the time of your first video. He is watching it now.
Oh, wow.
That is, oh, you are on Mutual Street right now, right? Or, yeah, it looks like it. This is where you go to the Metro and you buy your, whatever the hell, your Special K or your, what's that cereal you buy?
The
Vector.
That's right.
Canadian raunchy comedies, subs to Ken. Well, Ken, I don't want to keep you here all night, but what are you going to be up to this weekend? Recording videos?
Yeah, I have to head out tomorrow to make some new content. I'm not sure what exactly I'll be doing yet. I guess I'll just play it by ear and see where I feel like going or what I feel like doing.
Yeah, I have to make 2 videos tomorrow, and I'm not going to know what the hell they are until like an hour before I leave. So
yeah, that's kind of how I do it most of the time, too. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize Special K had K in it. Yeah, what you should have a Special K. And when are you going live next? Probably Sunday night?
Either Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday.
Unless there's something really cool that I can, you know, check out before then for a live stream, but most likely Sunday or Monday.
All right, yeah, I'm
probably... Hello to everyone. Saying hi, by the way. I see people saying hi in the chat here. Hello back, Tiana, and everyone else, you know, Ali from Iraq, and yeah, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. All those who subscribe to me, thank you also.
Kyle Walker says, how did you two first connect? Well, the first misconnection, because I didn't say hi to him, was I was making a video listening with my headphones on and noise canceling, listening to a podcast, walking along Gerrard Street, just on the south side of the Allen Gardens, and I saw Ken, and apparently he saw me, but then I looked forward and kept walking, and he was waving over and yelling my name, and I just kept walking, not realizing he was doing that. So
Yeah.
And then I don't actually remember how we got into contact after that. I know we did some collaboration.
I think we just messaged each other or emailed each other about doing a collab sometime after that. And then it was August of 2020 when we did finally meet up to do that collab in the St. Lawrence Market area and the financial district, where we took a walk through those areas.
Yeah. Well, Paul Blunt, $6.99. Johnny never lets him down. The show's the best in town. Ken's stream feels like a bad diss. That was I had AI write a song that dissed you for jokes, and those were the lyrics.
I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, the good thing about Ken, well, there's a lot of good things about Ken, but he's a good sport and he can take a joke. We need more people that can take a joke in this world. So,
yeah, there's nothing better than, just putting down your buddies and all that. That's what life is all about.
A good friendly ribbon, right?
That's right.
Anna says Johnny was playing hard to get. Well, Ken, whenever a viewer calls in, I have a tradition of making them tell us a joke.
Oh.
Do you have a joke for it?
The cornier the better? Is it the cornier the better? Those kind of jokes?
The raunchier the better, the cornier the better.
Okay. I guess I have more corny than raunchy.
Oh, you have jokes plural.
I guess.
All right. Well,
yeah.
well, let's see if you get gonged on the first one or not.
All right. Where do polar bears keep their money?
Where do polar bears keep their money? I have no idea.
In a snowbank.
I'm gonna pretend that was
har. Yeah.
That was pretty good. Kurt Affair says ask Ken to do a Ken impression. Is that an impression of himself or Action Kid?
Hello, everybody.
Is that Action Kid?
Today we're going to be taking a walk through Midtown Manhattan. I'll be walking down Fifth Avenue, heading down towards.
You try to put that NYC accent on there.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I can do you. Hey people, it's me, the Ken Continuum. I don't know.
That sounds more like Kermit the Frog.
Hey, I think it's virtually indistinguishable. All right, Ken, you're gonna give us one more joke.
Another joke, another corny joke.
Yeah.
All right, let me think here. All right, what did one toilet say to another?
You got me.
You look flushed.
Ah.
All right, I got another one. This is one of my classic ones.
All right.
One of my classic ones. I've told this one before in live streams and stuff, but I always get a kick out of it. I amuse myself with this joke.
All right.
All right. Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie from drowning?
Ooh. I'm not even gonna guess. Why couldn't the lifeguard save the hippie from drowning?
He was too far out, man.
That's Cheech and Chong level of joke there. Well,
I'm all joked out.
Well, Ken, you're gonna have to see yourself out after that one. But it was good talking to you. When I'm going away pretty soon, but when I get back, we'll have to, do that thing where we rib each other in person on video.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. We'll probably pick a day, and then it'll be -15, and then we'll both be like, yeah, no, let's do it. Was this guy trying to run into you? What's the driver doing? All right.
Oh, we're still watching my snow walk? Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, the Ken Continuum. Check him out at the Ken Continuum. It's all one word. Give him a sub. If you like my content, you'll probably like his. He's just like me, but he can sing a whole lot better. And
Thank you very much.
And he's got a better gun show, but other than that,
for now.
yeah, for now. All right,
You're
Ken.
catching up.
All right. We'll be in touch. Take care, buddy. Thanks.
All right, nice talking.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. All right, that was a special guest caller, the Ken Continuum. We might have another special guest caller. John Nicholson says you have to be a certain age to get that joke, eh? But what a friendly, nice dude. Let me just see what's up, but yeah, check out the Ken Continuum and his other channel. I don't know if it's an abandoned channel or not. Is it the Ken Continues? Ken Continues? Oh, there it is. Ken Continues. All right, let's open it up. If you want to call in, we'll be online maybe another 15 minutes or so. But if you guys want to call in and chat, just don't say anything super offensive. The number is 647-247-3727. No, 647-247-3726. We'll keep it short and sweet, but you can say hello. I'm going to put you on the spot, and you're going to have to tell us a joke probably. Let me get a video playing in the background while we do that. This video? That's kind of Inception-y. Hey, I've got a call coming through. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hi, who am I speaking to?
Your mom. I saw all the people that wanted me to call in, so here I am.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
I'm good. I wanted to tell everybody something that you never told them about your weight, your training, and how good you're doing and everything. I wish I could send them the picture that you sent me of your belly. It's hilarious, and it's something the whole world should see.
That is not something we're gonna elaborate on.
Okay, we won't do that, but I just wanted to let everybody know that I can say that I can vouch for you and saying you're doing a damn good job.
Thank you. So,
yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to tell us a joke. Everyone who calls in has to tell us a joke.
No, I overdid it last week. No, I don't have any.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Mom. Thank you for that. I hope you have a good weekend. By the way, I now don't have to call you. This counts as our weekly phone call.
No, I talked to you yesterday too for my techie support.
Oh yeah. You did.
You did good.
By the way, I might have a laptop for you if you could. Oh, look how nasty my old maps are. Ugh, that is gross. Good thing I got better at that. I might have a laptop for you.
No comment on the maps.
I might be ordering a new one as soon as this stream is done. But
I take all your leftovers, okay?
All right.
Okay, bud, gotta go. Love you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
That was my mom. So apparently my mom watches. Cam says, John, it was not a picture of my belly. It was just like a head to toe shot of like a before and after. It wasn't anything that bad. If you want to call in, the number is 647-247-3726. Feel free to ask me anything. Keep it short and sweet. I'll put you on the spot and make you tell a joke. As this is one of my first ever cycling videos. This might be the first ever cycling video. We're going south down Bay Street. I've got the camera kind of angled a little too high up. When was this? Oh, we've got a phone call coming in. A long distance phone call coming in. Hello there. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
Johnny?
Sorry, hello?
Johnny, are you?
Yep, this is Johnny. How are you?
Germany is calling. Here is Dirk G.
Dirk G.
And I want to say hello to you and to the awesome guys of your channel. And it's a great pleasure to
to have you, and yes, I'm very excited to be here now.
Awesome. Dirk, all the way from Germany, right?
All the way from Germany, yes.
Yeah,
And yes, please.
No, I just want to say thank you, Epic Nation HD, for the $10. This is for you, sir. We went bowling. Misapan, Yoshi, and Henry came and watched us bowl. Thank you, Epic Nation HD. Well, Dirk G, I have a cousin who lives in Germany. I have never been, but maybe I should go.
Oh, I think it would be great to be here in Germany, and it's a very interesting country, and I think you would like it.
Which there's a lot of big cities, like there's Bern, Dusseldorf, Munich. Which would you recommend to go to first?
I think Bavaria is great, but also Eastern Germany, Saxony, Dresden, and the region there, Berlin, but also Hamburg. There are a lot of places you could visit, and I think it's a very different country and interesting country as well.
Yeah, no, I would. I've been going to like a different European country or two every summer the past few years. So
yes.
I'll be looking for some new places this summer. So I'm gonna strongly consider Germany. I think it's a huge country, and it's got so much to offer,
Yeah.
right? There's so much natural geography there. There's so many big, interesting cities. So beautiful countryside.
Absolutely.
First-rate transit. Great. Check out the Autobahn. Like I've never there's just so much there. Do you drive on the Autobahn?
Yes, of course.
What's the fastest you've ever driven on the Autobahn?
Around about 200. But normally there are only a few places on the Autobahn you can drive very quick. In Bavaria it's possible, but there are too much. I have not the word in English now. But I think it's very interesting.
Yeah, well...
You could try it.
Awesome. Well, Dirk, I want to thank you so much for calling. It was great to hear from you. And yeah, you're up late. It's late over there in Europe.
It's late, yes, but I couldn't sleep. And I was working, and then I heard the phone call with Ken and with your mom, and then I tried it. And thank you for your awesome channel. Thank you for being you.
Oh.
I think it's for a lot of people very, very special and great thing to see and to hear you walking to Toronto, and I hope one day I can also come to Toronto and to meet you and the other awesome guys. It's really great, and yes, thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Dirk.
On my side.
And I hope if you do come, I hope we do get to say hi. And thank you for watching for all these years. It's definitely appreciated. And I hope you can fall asleep. I know what it's like to be restless.
I hope my English was not so terrible, because I'm a bit nervous.
No, it's great. Nothing to worry about. It's great. All right. Thank you so much, Dirk.
Thank you, Johnny, and thank you all, guys. I see the chat now, and yes, Have a great weekend and a good time.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Thank you, Dirk.
Bye for now. Bye for now.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Wow, that was a very long phone call or phone number that popped up. So I knew it was somewhere far away and special, but wow, that is neat. You know, there's some viewers that you see in the chat and they've been in the chat for a long time, and then to get to like talk to them is pretty cool. It's kind of like when someone like stream snipes me and I realize like, oh, like I've known you for a long time through the chat. Hey, we've got another phone call coming in. Hello there. It's the Walking Man Dude. What's up, Walking Man Dude? Well, Walking Man Dude, can you tell us a joke? Thank you, Dirk G. All right, I'm going to let you go, Walking Man Dude, but thank you so much for calling in. I hope you have an awesome night. All right, and apparently I just missed a phone call. Sorry about that. And thank you again, Liam. Liam sent $10. This is for you, sir. We went bowling today. Me, Sapan, Yoshi, Alex, and Henry came. Ah, man, I should have gone. I like me some bowling. I talk a big bowling game. Last time I was in Thailand with my buddy Dehan, and we went bowling, and he kicked my ass. I had just the worst game I've ever had in my life. But I edited the video where we were bowling to make it look like I won. I showed me like throwing a strike and him not throwing a strike, and he thought that was kind of hilarious that that's how I chose to like edit the video. Yeah, he beat me. Cactus Steve says 7-second delay required. Yeah, that was the Walking Man Dude. The Walking Man Dude has been making very unwatchable shaky videos for a very long time. The Walking Man Dude says, dude, my joke was the best. You haven't made a video in a while, Walking Man Dude. Hey, we've got another caller. Let's see who's calling in. Hello there.
Hello, it's Chris from Hamilton.
Chris from The Hammer, a.k.a. Hamilton. What's up, Chris?
Not too much, just enjoying watching your show and relaxing for the evening.
Chris, you've called into the Johnny Stumbles stream a few times.
That's true.
You got a little lost on the YouTube, and you found my more serious channel.
Yeah, well, I've been watching both, believe me. They're all good.
If you could only watch one and you could never watch the other, which one would you pick?
I'd have Johnny Strides, just because I walk myself. I like to walk as well, so.
Awesome. Yeah, Johnny, this is the day job. Johnny Stumbles is like the guy trying to be a stand-up comedian going to amateur night.
Hey, how many other late night talk shows are on Canadian TV, right?
Yeah, Mike Bullard is sadly he's I was going to say he's long gone, then I realized that might be a little insensitive given that he recently passed, but he was a late night talk show host here.
Yeah. I saw one of the shows. I saw Alicia Silverstone and Jason Biggs were his guests.
Those were pretty A-list guests. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That was when Alicia Silverstone did Clueless, right?
Right. Yeah. This was in the early 2000s. So.
And American Pie would have been a big thing. Those are pretty big guests.
Huge, yeah. For the time, yeah.
Yeah, even today they would still be like, although I wouldn't, mean, I don't, so are you saying I should get like a love seat and like a desk and a microphone and like a backdrop of Toronto and have like guests on?
Yeah. Well, your apartment's small, but you can have a guest in there. Sure, why not?
Yeah, that wouldn't be weird and awkward at all. No, that would be totally,
I know.
totally cool. Hey, now's the part where I'm just gonna read Reddit for a while. Later on, we'll have a guest. They're currently waiting over there.
Yeah, in the green room.
Yeah. And here he is, folks, the Ken Continuum for the 8th time in a row. He's the only one I can get to come on this damn show.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Chris, you know I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a joke for us?
Yeah, no, I have one ready. It's a good dad joke because it says, "Why do dads feel the need to tell such bad jokes?"
Why do dads feel the need to tell such bad jokes? I don't know.
They just want to help you become a grown up. GROAN, grown up.
But that was actually a pretty good one, Chris. Well, Chris from Hamilton, I want to thank you for calling in, and I hope you have an awesome weekend over in a little place we like to call the Hammer.
Oh yeah, for sure. You too.
All right, Chris.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Mr. Mountain Hiker says this is a good idea, having people call in. What time is it right now? It's 9:48. We can have another caller or two, I guess. Jennifer Gallus says Doug Ford should be your first guest. Maybe. I don't know about that. I don't think that would go so well. On tonight's show, we have the Ken Continuum and Doug Ford. The real Doug Ford. I would probably have to get some more food to snack on if Doug was going to be here for more than 5 minutes. The Hammer, Hamilton would like that. Hi, all came in to say hello from London, Ontario. Hello, Firefly Angel. Tiana says, ooh. Shelby says, bye, Chris. I've got a voicemail. Someone left me a voicemail. I don't know. I have 34 unread messages, 47 voicemails, and 180 missed calls on this phone app because I do this on the Johnny Stumble Show, on the other channel on Sunday nights. We'll often have viewer call-ins at the end of the show. And I use a voice IP app. LA says, I'd call in, but you're jokeless. That's fine. You don't have to have a joke. I'll still ask you for a joke, but call in if you want. Tan says, I should have picked up some YouTubing skills from you the previous time you came there. I don't know if skill is the right word to describe what I do. But yeah, we're riding on a pre-bike lane Bloor Street. And notice that there's street parking. This is effectively one lane of traffic anyways. So who has a problem with the bike lanes? Like, look at this. It makes absolutely no sense. If you take out the bike lanes and restore street parking, you have done what now? Not that you would actually be solving the congestion problem by taking out 3 bike lanes. SS1399. Thank you, SS. Cheers to you. Thank you so much. Rick Clegg says Mr. Strides. But thank you, SS, for the super chat and the support. You guys have been awesome tonight. I do these Friday night live streams from home once in a blue moon. I just got a message. People are sending me messages. Hey, Johnny, I've been watching for 5 years. Awesome. Thank you. How about calling in? Hey, Johnny, I'm planning on moving to Yorkville. Is it true there are 3 Good Life gyms directly accessible through the Yorkville path without going outside? I wouldn't know, SS. You could probably... Yorkville path, so like the Cumberland Terrace area. I'm pretty sure I've seen some Good Lifes in that area. Good Life is like the gym that is everywhere in Toronto. So that sounds like it's something that is probably a thing. Are you going to do another airport live stream, says Cam? Maybe. Hey, look at that. A Lambo on the left. And we're at Lansdowne. I think the last time I did a collaboration walk with Ken, it was from Lansdowne. All right, if no one calls in within a minute, we're going to pull the curtain on this show. How long do I have left to order that new laptop so it'll still be delivered tomorrow? I have, according to Amazon, if I order it within the next 1 hour and 19 minutes. No, that's not true. If I order it within the next 22 minutes for free delivery tomorrow. Christopher says, when was the last Friday night live chat? Probably last Friday. But in terms of me sitting on my ass at home and not going outside, it's been a while. Probably 5 or 6 months. Whippy Dude says, maybe your brother could call in. Well, I think that's about it. I'm going to throw the old iPhone here into airplane mode. There we go. And I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in. I want to thank everyone who sent support. Thank you for joining the ranks of Patreon, our new Patreon members. Thank you so much. Novell Costa says, hey, Johnny, I've been watching for 12 minutes, and it's been my nearly quarter hour dream to finally speak to you. Well, Novell Costa, you stream sniped me a few months ago. Jennifer Gallus says, we are busy ordering online gadgets. I bet you order more than me, though. I bet you indulge in that little hobby more than me. Lisa says was about to call. All right, Lisa. Oh, I'm getting a call here. Hello there. Ooh, it was anonymous, and I answered. I forgot when I put my phone into airplane mode, it was still on Wi-Fi, so that did nothing. You have a minute to call. You have 1 minute to call. We've already lost some viewers because I said goodnight. The time is ticking. SS says, watched your video in the Yorkville path. Yeah, that should be true, SS. It should at least connect to that one. Dirk G, it was awesome speaking to you earlier. Dirk G, thank you so much for the 10 euros. Thank you, Dirk G, all the way from Germany. Reguito 885. Hey, Johnny, I hope to see you on the streets of Toronto one day. I wish to meet you one day. That would be awesome. Just to stop to say hi. Thank you, Reguito. And thank you, SS, for the $6.99. SS, Reguito, and Dirk G. Thank you guys so much. And we've got another caller here. Hello there.
Every delivery, you know, they're getting delivery every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, and they cut a penny off of each delivery. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Lisa, try again. I don't know what that was. Every day they cut a delivery off of 1 penny every day. I don't know what that was. Hey, I used to put little subtitles on the screen showing where I was going. Try again. Jollykin says, hi, this is a surprise. Phuket Walk says, butt call. Maybe that was a butt call. The phone number was anonymous. Lisa said she's trying to call in. You have 20 seconds, Lisa. Dirk G gifted 1 channel membership. Dirk G, Mr. Mountain Hiker, welcome to membership, Mr. Mountain Hiker. Thank you so much, Dirk G. And we have our last and final caller of the night. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. Would your name be Lisa by any chance?
I think so.
So you got through.
I got through, yeah.
So this is my future dog sitter.
Maybe.
Maybe?
In theory.
In theory. Awesome. Well, as long as you don't feed it too much chocolate, I'll be okay with that.
I think I can handle that.
Well, you know, there might be a little dog puke if you do that, but I mean that's fine.
If that's all that happens, I think I'm making that okay.
All right. What's up, Lisa?
Not much.
I can't remember. Is this your first time calling in? I think you called in once on the Stumble Show, right? A long time ago?
I did, yes.
You did. Well, guys, this is longtime viewer and Toronto street art expert, Lisa. If I ever walk by a mural, she will let me know who the good soul was who painted it.
If I like the art. If I don't like the art, I can't tell you who did it.
What do you think of that taco art in the annex on that new Cantina restaurant?
It's ugly, but am I enraged? No. It is what it is.
It's colorful.
It is. I like color. Color's fine. But is it kitschy and kind of dumb? Yeah. Also that.
but it's also kind of like generic-y, like something you like. It doesn't really speak to Toronto or Mexican culture. It's just kind of like a weird AI generated thing. Don't you get those vibes from it?
It's a weird white person's riff on a Mexican mural.
Hey, now a non-white person could have typed a prompt into AI too, but you're probably right. But it's a lazy let's say lazy person's rift.
Yeah, exactly.
Wyatt Haas says, "Who is this caller?" This caller is Lisa. So, do you have anything to share with us tonight?
Share? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I really don't. I'm tired.
That's all right. Jollykin's asking, when was this video filmed? This was about 5 or 6 years ago in the summertime. We're going down. All right. How do you say Roncesvalles or Roncesville?
Roncesvalles.
How do you say the neighborhood on the far east by a series of beaches?
The beaches.
How do you say a street spelled Grosevenor?
Grosvenor.
Ooh, 2 out of 3. That's fine. That's fine. We'll give you.
Yeah, right.
We'll give you your Toronto.
Not Grosvenor. Not Grosvenor. Never Grosvenor.
I googled it,
Always
and there was
Grosvenor.
somebody who knows what they're talking about who said it's Grosvenor. Like, they were very well written. Whoa, look at this car just reversing right into me. Sweet.
I'm sure they're very well written. Yes.
All right, Lisa. And what do you call the neighborhood in between let's say Spadina and Bathurst, south of Bloor?
Spadina and Bathurst, south of Bloor.
Yeah, what do you call that neighborhood?
Harvard Village.
There we go. South Annex is not a thing.
It's not. No, and I think I learned that actually through you in Google Maps. Thank you.
Yeah, and your favorite street in that neighborhood, I think it would be Croft Street, no?
What street, sorry?
Croft, the laneway from College up to Harvard. It's
I walk the laneway that's actually parallel to Brunswick. Well, those laneways much more than I walk Croft, but I do like Croft. It's just not a path I take very often.
all right. Novell costs. Yeah, that's exactly it. I put people on the spot. Next we're gonna do some algebra, so you better roll up your sleeves.
No, I'll fail. Right, I'm just gonna wave the white flag right now on that one. No math.
All right. Well, you know what I'm gonna ask next.
Do I have a joke?
Yes.
No. No. No joke.
Lame.
Didn't even bother writing one through Google. Didn't look. I'm sorry.
Muhan says, tell the person on the phone I said hi. All right. Well, Lisa, thank you for being such a loyal viewer. You've been around as long as Novell Costs and some of the others I see in the chat. So thank you so much, and I genuinely hope you have an awesome night. But thank you for calling in.
Thanks, dude. You too. Take care.
All right. Cheers. And on that note, that was Lisa, longtime viewer. She's been a friendly addition, an informative. She's one of the people in the chats that will add information to the live stream. So if people are asking me questions, or if I don't know something, there's always those viewers who pitch in and value add the stream, and I definitely appreciate it, especially when it comes to art. But that delay is weird. Yeah, that delay gives me the power to, if you dropped a word you're not supposed to, I can shield the audience from that without having to edit the stream. But it's there for a reason. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I want to thank our mods, Patreon supporters, channel members, and everyone. There'll be a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. I don't know if I'm going to go live again this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go live. Don't ask me. But I will go live on the Johnny Stumbles channel, most likely on Sunday night. I've got 15 minutes to pull the trigger on a laptop. But I want to thank everyone. Thank you, Jennifer, Carolyn, Jennifer Ma, Lisa, LA, Jellybean, Novell Cost, Nightbot, Sam, Chad, Chris Mills, Jeanette Morales, Vivian J, Marge, Gertej, Jollykins, Phuket Walk, Muhan, the Ken Continuum, Walking Man Dude, our special callers. Thank you so much, guys. It's time to close the browser, and I was going to make credits for this live stream, but I ran out of time, so it's just going to be the usual outro. Thanks for watching, guys.